The Indian government has hit out at billionaire philanthropist George Soros after he criticized PM Modi at a security conference in Munich.
This individual,
Cabinet Minister Smriti Irani, attacked Mr. Soros for his statements saying he hopes to see a democratic revival in India, saying it was an attempt to weaken Indian democracy which will be met with the might of India.
As a Karyakarta of the Bharatiya Janata Party, this is an appeal to every Indian citizen. I call upon every individual and organization, societal or political, to denounce the intention of this individual who seeks to demonize our democracy, weaken our democratic interests, and who brings an onslaught to the economy of India, all so that he can personally gain. Those whom Mr. Soros finds pliable need to know that India has defeated imperialistic designs before and shall do so again. Those who support Mr. Soros need to know that democracy has prevailed in India and will continue to do so, and particularly as a Karyakarta of the Bharatiya Janata Party, these designs to weaken Indian democracy will be met with the might of India under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Reverting to India, Modi and business tycoon Adani are close allies. Their fate is intertwined. Adani Enterprises tried to raise funds in the stock market but failed. Adani is accused of stock manipulation and his stock collapsed like a house of cards. Modi is silent on the subject, but he will have to answer questions from foreign investors and in Parliament. This will significantly weaken Modi's stranglehold on India's federal government and open the door to push for much-needed institutional reforms. I may be naive, but I expect a democratic revival in India.
George Soros is a globally influential businessman who made his billions as an international, known famously as the man who broke the Bank of England by short-selling the British pound at a tune of $1 billion way back in 1992. He is also a prominent funder of both US President Joe Biden and former President Obama and has put his money into a campaign against Trump as well as authoritarian regimes in Turkey, Hungary and Belarus. The strong rebuttal by the Indian government comes shortly after income tax action against the BBC, barely a month after a docu-series on the Prime Minister which the government sought to ban. A part of a new strategy, say observers, to aggressively defend the government on an international stage in the year of the G20 presidency. The BJP underscored how Soros's attack has come at a time when India has demonstrated its diplomatic and economic heft.
It is to be highlighted that when India rose to the fifth largest economy of the world, when the President of the United States of America, the Prime Minister of England, the President of France, publicly extended gratitude to the Indian Prime Minister and India for enabling employment not only in India but also these three designated nations.
So far, it's not yet clear what action the government intends to take. But Soros's Open Society Foundation has already had run-ins with the government in the past. It says on its website that since mid-2016, their grant making in India has been constrained by government restrictions on funding for local NGOs. Since 2014, it's given almost 12 millions in grants in India for work in health and hospitals, education and scholarships, and tied up with names such as Google and the Indian School of Business. While the opposition criticized the BJP, it stopped short of supporting Soros. The Congress's Jairam Ramesh tweeted, "Our Nehruvian legacy ensures people like Soros cannot determine our electoral outcomes." Bureau Report, NDTV.